Hi children, this is Saujanya. Welcome to e-Manabadi. Today we are going to talk about comparison of unlike fractions. Now let's begin with comparison of unlike fractions with same numerator. Let me explain with an example. Here the whole is divided into two equal parts and let me write the fraction for each part. Here the fraction becomes 1 by 2. And here the whole is divided into 4 equal parts and let me write the fraction for each part. Here the fraction becomes 1 by 4. And here the whole is divided into 6 equal parts and the fraction for each part becomes 1 by 6 because the whole is divided into 6 equal parts. And let's compare the portion corresponding to 1 by 2 fraction. The portion corresponding to this 1 by 2 fraction is greater than the portion corresponding to 1 by 4 fraction. And from this we can say that this 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 4. And let's observe the portion corresponding to this 1 by 4 fraction is smaller than the portion corresponding to 1 by 6 fraction. So from this we can say that this 1 by 4 is greater than 1 by 6. From this we can say this 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 4 and 1 by 4 is greater than 1 by 6. Here observe all the fractions are unlike fractions with same numerator. And in unlike fractions, here 6 is the greater denominator. Here it is the greater denominator and it is the smaller denominator. Here the smaller denominator becomes highest value, greater value, and the greater denominator becomes smaller value. Here 1 by 2 is greater than remaining both the fractions and this 1 by 6 is less than remaining two fractions. So from this we can say that in the comparison of unlike fractions with the same numerator, the smaller denominator is the greater and here 1 by 2 is the smaller denominator, so it is the greater value and the greater denominator is the smaller. So here 1 by 6 is the greater denominator and it is the smaller value. It is small and it is the greater value. So let's see the examples of this. Arrange the following in descending and ascending order. And here see all the fractions are different denominators with same numerator. So we can call it as unlike fractions with same numerator. And you know that unlike fractions with same numerator, the smaller denominator is the greatest value. Here it is the greatest value and the greater denominator is the smallest value, smaller value. So here the ascending order is nothing but increasing order. That is, we are going up. We are climbing up the steps. So, it is from lowest to highest. It is nothing but increasing order. And the descending order is nothing but decreasing order. D for decreasing. This is the decreasing order. That is, we are getting down from the steps. So, generally we get down from highest to lowest. So, ascending order is nothing but increasing order and descending order is nothing but decreasing order. So, let's start with lowest value. Here the lowest value is the 1 by 50 because it is the greater denominator is the smaller value. So, 1 by 50 is the smaller than all the fractions. So, this 1 by 50 is less than 1 by 23 and this 1 by 23 is less than 1 by 17 and this 1 by 17 is less than 1 by 12 and this 1 by 12 is less than 1 by 9, and this 1 by 9 is less than 1 by 7, and this 1 by 7 is less than 1 by 5. And let me write the descending order. Here, let's start with the highest value. Here, the greater value is 1 by 5 because 5 is the smaller of all the denominators. So let's start with 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is the smaller denominator, so it is the greatest value. So the 1 by 5 is greater than 1 by 7, and this 1 by 7 is greater than 1 by 9, and 1 by 9 is greater than 1 by 12, and this is greater than 1 by 17. This is greater than 1 by 23, and this is greater than 1 by 50. And let's observe this example here. 3 by 7, 3 by 11. In all these are the same numerator with different denominators. So this is also unlike fraction with the same numerator. So you know that unlike fractions with same numerator, the greater denominator is the smaller value, and the smaller denominator is the greater value. So in ascending order is in increasing. Ascending order is nothing but increasing order. So let's start with smaller value. See here, 3 by 17 is the smaller value. So 3 by 17 is greater. 3 by 17 is less than 3 by 13, and 3 by 13 is less than 3 by 11, and 3 by 11 is less than 3 by 7, and this 3 by 7 is less than 3 by 5, and this 3 by 5 is less than 3 by 4, and this is less than 3 by 2. And this is the ascending order, and let's start with the descending order here. In descending order, we'll start with greater value. Here greater value is the 3 by 2. 3 by 2 becomes the greater value because it is the smaller denominator. So this 3 by 2 is greater than 3 by 4, and 3 by 4 is greater than 3 by 5, and 3 by 5 is greater than 3 by 7. This 3 by 7 is greater than 3 by 11, and it is greater than 3 by 13, and it is greater than 3 by 70. So this is about unlike fractions. Let's see with comparison of unlike fractions with different numerator and different denominator. Let us consider 3 by 4 and 4 by 5. Here this 3 by 5 and 4 by 5, in these both the numerator and denominators are different. So we can compare these fractions with equal the denominators. We try to equal the denominators, so that for this we use the method of equivalent fractions. Let me write the equivalent fraction. Here we know that how to write the equivalent fraction. Here 3 into, we can multiply both the numerator and denominator with the same value. Here 3 into 2 is nothing but 6. 6 by 8, and 9 by 12, and 12 by 16, and 15 by 20. And 4 by 5 equivalent fractions are 8 by 10, and 12 by 15, and 16 by 20. Here both the denominators are equal, so we will take this 15 by 20 and 16 by 20 are the equivalent fractions for 3 by 4 and 4 by 5. So let's compare these fractions 15 by 20 and 16 by 20. Here these are like fractions with same denominators. So this in like fractions, the greater numerator is the greater value. So here 4 by 5 is greater than 3 by 5. The another way of doing this is the shortest way to do the comparison of fractions is taking the LCM of both the denominators. Here the LCM of 4 and 5 becomes 20. Let me take the pen. Here it becomes 20, and this 20 will go in 4 5 times, so 3 into 5 is nothing but 15, and this 5 will go in 4 times, so 4 into 4 is nothing but 16. Here these are unlike fractions with same denominator. See, like fractions with same denominator. So in like fractions, greater numerator is the greatest value. So 4 by 5 is greater than 3 by 4. And let's start comparison of fractions. Here compare 4 by 5 and 5 by 6. Let's take the LCM of 4 by 5 and 5 by 6. Here the LCM becomes 30 because 5 and 6 have no common factors. So we can take the product of both the numbers as LCM. Here 5 and 6 LCM is 30 and 4 by 5 and 5 by 6. Here this 5 will go in 6 times, so 4 into 6 is nothing but 24, and this 6 will go in 5 times, so 5 into 5 is nothing but 25. And in like fractions, the greater numerator is the greater value, so 5 by 6 is greater than 4 by 5. And let's take the compare 5 by 6 and 13 by 5. Here let's take the LCM of both them, 6 and 15. The 6 and 15 have common factor as 3. So let's find out the LCM with factorization method. Here 6 and 15, 3 2s are 6 and 3 5s are 15. Here the LCM is 3 into 2 into 5. So the LCM becomes 30. So let's take the LCM. 6 and 15 LCM is 30, and this 6 will go in 30 5 times. So 5 into 5 is nothing but 25, and this 15 will go in 2 times. So 13 into 2 is nothing but 26. So these are like fractions. In like fractions, the greater numerator is the greater value. So 13 by 15 is greater than is greater than 5 by 6. So this is about comparison of unlike fractions. If you have any queries, please comment in the comment section. Please do share, subscribe and like. Thank you, children.